Functionalism in sociology is a theoretical perspective that views society as a complex system whose social institutions work together to promote solidarity and stability. Every part of society is seen as having a function or a role to play in maintaining social stability. This includes institutions like family, education, and government, which each help contribute to the society's overall health and continuity. If any of those institutions begins to fail, functionalists believe that social equilibrium will be upset and this could lead to social trouble. Functionalists often use the analogy comparing society to the organs of the body, where each part of society is like an organ in the body that works toward the proper functioning of the whole body. Just as organs in the body, like the heart and lungs, have distinct necessary functions for the overall health and survival of our bodies, different social institutions and structures in society, like family, education, economy, and government, have specific functions that contribute to the overall health of a society. This metaphor highlights how these various components of society each needs to do its job to ensure the smooth operation and continuity of the social system. So let's dig deeper by looking at 5 key themes in functionalism that'll give us a better understanding of this theory. The first theme is social function. The central idea of social function is that we all have a role to play in the proper functioning of society. For example, the person who builds the roads will build roads that the farmer can drive on to get his produce to market. The road builder will then in turn go to that market to buy the food to eat. So we all serve a role like cogs in a machine supporting one another. The second theme is social consensus. Functionalism posits that a consensus on shared values, norms, and beliefs is essential for the stability and functioning of society. This consensus forms the basis for social order and allows individuals to cooperate and coexist harmoniously. If social consensus on social norms is not achieved, we will enter a state of normlessness called enemy, characterized by chaos and disorder. Just a side note, I have a link to a video on enemy in the description. The third theme is social integration. Social integration in functionalism refers to the importance of integrating individuals into the broader society through having people internalize the society's norms and values. It emphasizes how social institutions, such as schools and religious organizations, help promote these shared values, thereby promoting social cohesion and unity. For example, functionalists believe that the role of schools is to instill values, and the role of police is to maintain those values by force. The fourth theme is equilibrium and social order. Functionalism underscores the idea that societies strive to maintain a state of balance or equilibrium. Social institutions and mechanisms are understood to work together to correct imbalances and ensure the smooth functioning of society, thereby maintaining social order and preventing chaos. Our fifth theme that we'll explore in this video is the theme of manifest and latent functions. This concept of manifest and latent functions describes the recognized and unintended consequences of any social institution. So a social institution has manifest functions, which are the intended, obvious, and recognized outcomes or consequences of a social process or institution. So for example, the manifest function of education includes providing students with knowledge, preparing them for the workforce, and instilling societal values. But there are also latent functions of institutions, which are unintended, hidden, and unrecognized outcomes of the institution. These can be beneficial, neutral, or harmful. For example, a latent function of education might be the creation of a social network among students, which was unintended but usually beneficial. But it can also have the latent function of the perpetuation of social inequalities through differences in school quality in different areas of a nation, which would be a negative latent function. Functionalism is heavily criticized by conflict theory because conflict theorists think that functionalism tends to advocate for the maintenance of society as it is now, complete with its many social inequalities. To learn about conflict theory and its criticism of the current social and economic system in Western democracies, watch the video on screen now.